Hello everyone, playing a little bit of Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Before we get started, I'd just like to say this will be uploaded to my YouTube channel, DSR, where I upload these shorter videos and commentary. Like, share, and subscribe, and let's get on with it, shall we? The topic while I play in this particular video is that of hunting. As hunting is a particularly wide topic, I would like to state that this will be a more generalized video with more specialized videos coming up. Where we shall start is general hunting types, styles, and on top of that, line up on general reasons on why individuals hunt. There are a number of them, and it's usually a combination. There's pest control, trophy hunting, sports hunting, of which trophy hunting does connect into, and then there's the fact there are many who hunt for their food, especially in overseas countries. The regulation around hunting does vary from place to place, so always before considering hunting, do look into the general requirements and regulations for hunting in your area. The general types of hunting, or styles if you will, that includes active hunting, also known as stock hunting. There is also ambush hunting, which has its own requirements and is the direct opposite. With active hunting, you go to the quarry that you are seeking. However, with ambush hunting, you wait for them to come to you. In the case of active hunting, also known as stock hunting, you will see individuals who prefer open sights or sights. As the use of long-range sights has become so prevalent, open sights is considered its own category, referred to as open sight hunting. There is, of course, the caveat that with open sights you have to get much closer than with long-range sights, as long-range hunting in general has become prevalent. I personally disagree with the idea of trying to take deer at 600-700 yards, or generally 500 yards and up, where it has no effective chance of seeing you, and even if it does know you're there, generally won't consider you a threat. At that point, I consider it to be target practice with live animals, and I disagree. The general idea of active hunting, particularly the active hunting that I am familiar with and instructed in, is that of attempting to get as close as you can after you track whatever deer or whatever else you may be hunting in order to identify its location. You get as close as you can before seeking to take your quarry. Ambush hunting, on the other hand, is where you wait in designated areas, or just in generally a spot that has a high degree of animal traffic. There are those who use bait, which is restricted in some areas or some types of year, or at times with certain kinds of animals. As there are many who see bait hunting as unethical, as you are effectively using the animal's natural instinct to, say, find water or food, to draw it in close enough where you're guaranteed to take the animal. However, there are many who see that as more ethical than long-range hunting, as you're still giving the animal a chance to identify the fact you are there and to escape. This, however, is still debated amongst hunters. Around the world, the idea of ethical hunting is varied depending on country and culture and question, as there are many who hunt simply as a matter of tradition. Although there are other forms of hunting, such as driven hunts, which can be effectively a hybrid between ambush hunting and of course, active hunting. The idea of driven hunts, which is restricted in many places, is the general idea that you will have a group of hunters drive animals into another group of hunters in the case of hybrid, ambush, and active hunting. On the other hand, with driven hunts, you can see there are options such as simply driving them into a valley where essentially you're stalking them into forcing them out into the open, basically driving them to a desirable hunting ground before seeking to take your quarry. Those are also a form of driven hunts, which mostly take form of large groups of hunters, or at times fairly small ones, working in tandem together. Tools of the hunt can include traps, which are used both in active and ambush hunting. Then there is the ever-prevalent use of rifles, although handgun hunting is at times seen, as in some areas they restrict the kinds of ammo you can use to that of straight wall ammo or to single shot hunting implements, of which pistol hunting can be effective with single shot rifle caliber pistols that are available on the market. Although there are many pistols who at short range are more than capable of taking the average white-tailed deer. However, bow hunting, whether it be with a longbow, a compound bow, or a crossbow, has also gained a little bit more support than it used to have, although still not quite as large as using a traditional hunting rifle. As time has moved on, there has been a slight resurgence in spear hunting, whether it be through throwing spear, javelin, which is a form of throwing spear, and that of using thrusting spears. However, it's still not very common, as it is very hazardous to the user, as you must get very close, and many individuals aren't willing to take that risk. 50 yards is very different from effectively being able to reach out and touch it should you desire to do so, as I'm not sure why you'd want to. Although I do find the topic of spear hunting very interesting and would not mind one day trying it. In fact, I know many hunters who actively support the idea of spear hunting, as it used to be fairly traditional and common to do so due to the skill and difficulty that can be acquired when attempting to use that form of hunting. There are many who see hunting in general as unethical. Those individuals tend to be people who are used to the idea that you can just go down to the supermarket and get your meat there, so there's no reason to go out hunting. However, if you live out in, say, very less populated areas, that might be your only food in the form of meat. However, there are also cases of individuals who are too poor to effectively go and purchase meat at the store, so thus by the only place they can get it, and they want it, is by going hunting. However, there are still many who reject the notion entirely, as they disagree with eating meat entirely, despite the fact it's been a part of the human diet for thousands upon thousands of years. However, ideologically based people can never be satisfied with a simple, it's traditional argument, which is one of the main arguments protecting hunting communities worldwide. That, in some countries, actively depend and communities on local hunters being able to hunt. However, this can also lead to issues, as it is quite hazardous and you don't know what that animal has. There are risks associated with hunting as you are headed out into the wilderness. which may not go very well. Many hunters not only carry a rifle or bow, but a handgun as a secondary form of protection just for those circumstances. There's a wide variety of equipment you can use in order to help make the experience safer. However, that is due to the preference of the individual largely, as regulation tends to limit what kind of ammunition you can use, what kind of rifles you can use, or what times of season you can hunt. This regulation at times can be very restrictive. However, at the same time, there are many places where the restriction is so lax, many just can simply step out onto their back porch and take whatever happens to be out there, effectively using their backyard like the meat section at a grocery store. However, this is not always prevalent, as it depends on the area you live in, and the country you live in at that as well. I personally strongly support hunters' rights, as they are very important. There are many benefits to hunting, especially when you consider the fact that pest control is one of the main factors behind quite a few areas permitting hunting on a larger scale. Though hunting is seen in various communities as being less prevalent, it will likelihood be around for many years to come. I personally, as previously stated, support the hunting community. Alrighty then, that was the last point I needed to make. There will be more specialized videos to go in greater detail. Alrighty then, let's finish this out, shall we? Alrighty then, let's check around this corner here. Definitely need to cover this route. And of course, they are getting ready to flank. Let's drop this cluster strike on there just to ruin their day, if anyone's up top. Oh wow, that was pleasant. Thank you for the double kill. I always do appreciate. Cool beans, cool beans. Thank you, and down I go. I had a nice little triple kill there. Cool beans, cool beans. Let's move on around here. And down I go, because I got careless. Alrighty then. Let's move on around here. I definitely don't see anything, as I went down pretty hard. Cool beans, down you go. They got careless. Thank you for that double kill. I always do appreciate. Let's move on around here. Check out what's going on. Oh, thank you. Drop this down. I don't particularly see anything around here. Let's disable this. We have clearly taken the match. Alright, this match is almost over. Let's peek around here now, shall we? Cool beans, cool beans. Let's try to block off this route. I don't particularly see anyone right here, so I need to swing around here to make sure no one's hiding. And down they go. Although, I was not the one that got them. And down I go, because I let my guard down. Cool beans, cool beans. Let's see now. Let's move on around here. For those of you who are interested, this will be uploaded to my YouTube channel, DSR, where I upload these shorter videos and commentary. Like, share, and subscribe. Let me peek this corner. Cool beans, cool beans. One last before I go. Thank you for your time, and I guess I will see everyone around.